Hey girlies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a special one. I have been excited to make this video ever since I heard about this collection because I have been pleading and begging for these things for a very long time and I feel like all of my wishes have been answered. This is the best launch that we've had since pump leggings, and you know how much I love pump leggings, but we now have some different styles. We've got some wide leg options. Finally, I feel like we're so late to the game on this one, but finally, because I've been loving like the baggy look in the gym. I just think it looks really nice. And I'm actually so excited to show you all of the pieces that are in this launch because I'm very obsessed over them. And they are some of my new favorite pieces that I will be wearing consistently all the time to the gym. Don't forget as well, this month is Black Friday. Yes, the Black Friday sales are starting. And as you know, Alphalete do like two big sales every year. The Black Friday sales and then their birthday sales, which is November and February. So if you've always wanted to get something from Alphalete, this is your moment, okay? Especially with this launch that I'm looking at right now, this is your moment. Here are all the details about when Black Friday sales starts. And don't forget as well, code BELA, just Bella with one L, will get you 10% off on top of all of the sales this month. So you'll get the sale price, like the discount, and an extra 10% off on top of that with my code. So don't forget to use that as well to save yourself some extra discounts. The link for Alphalete will be down below alongside all of the details that will also be on the screen for you to see here. Let's just jump straight into it because we have so much to cover. This launch is absolutely gigantic. As always, let's start with my absolute favorite thing releasing, the straight leg pants. I'm wearing them right now. You can't really see, but I'm wearing them right now. And I have been begging and pleading for Alphalete to come out with their own straight leg pants for so long because I feel like we could do it so good. They're so like flowy and easy. You can wear them in the gym, you can wear them running errands, you can dress them up even as well. You could definitely dress them up. They're just so versatile. You could do so much with them. Whereas like a legging, you can maybe wear it to the gym or run errands, but you can't really dress a legging up unless it's like a plain black one. Okay, so let's go through some of the colors that they're coming in first. So we've got black, obviously. We've got Anchor, which is like a navy dark blue. And I tend to not go for navy, but I must say this color, like the color Anchor, is very beautiful. It's gorgeous. I really like this color. We've got the powder blue. I think this is my least favorite. We've also got wheat and we've got mocha. Mocha and Anchor are my favorites, I would say. Like, I just think they look phenomenal. And also the black as well, super versatile. First and foremost, I think the thing that just makes these absolutely amazing, like the thing that makes me love them the most, is what they do to the badonkadonk, okay? The badonkadonk in this is just crazy. Like, I feel like, yes, pump is the best legging for the badonkadonk, but this, phenomenal for showing the pump, but also still being really comfy at the same time because you can show your pump, but then also they're like very loungy. Like you can really be really comfy in them. They don't feel like they're restricting the blood flow in your entire leg. And this is in the Aura material. So if you own anything from Alphalete that's in the Aura material, same exact material. And I do not really love the Aura leggings. I won't lie. It's like more of a personal preference. I just don't think that they do much for me. That's why I was slightly worried about these being in an Aura material because I was like, is it going to do the same thing as Aura to my glute pump? But absolutely not. Okay, I was so very wrong. This is phenomenal for the glutes. I think it's something to do with the straight leg like part of it because obviously it's really tight around your glutes, really gives you like that kind of like small thin material that like really sucks into your glutes around them. But then as soon as you get to the lower part of your glutes, it just straightens out. It almost gives the illusion that your glutes are bigger than they are. Just fantastic. Like just so good. And also I feel so confident in them. They're so comfy. They're just so easy to wear in the gym. At first I was kind of like, would I actually wear these to the gym? Like, would I not look a bit silly? Would I not feel a bit like the odd one out because they're straight leg and they're not like normal leggings like every other person in the gym? And I actually find it's the opposite. Like I feel so cool in them. Like I know it's not cool to say that you feel cool, but I really do feel quite like cool in them. Like I'm there for like a workout, you know, I'm there to like keep my head down to work out and I don't care what I'm wearing. But yeah, these do a phenomenal job at just making the glutes look insane. Transparency wise, absolutely no issue whatsoever. I'm here's a little mini squat test in them as well so you can see. I personally find that they're all 10 out of 10. I am quite like, I only would really feel uncomfortable if they were like very transparent though. Like if it's like the tiniest amount of shading, like I don't really personally care too much about that because I wear kind of, seamless underwear underneath anyways. It's kind of body colored, so you can't really ever see them. So just keep that in mind if you don't own pairs like that. It might be worth investing in, just buy some seamless underwear for these, because any underwear with like little ties on it or little lacy bits or anything that might show up will probably show up. But if you want absolutely nothing to show, like no like bumps and stuff like that, as long as you're wearing seamless, you should be absolutely fine. There is also a hidden glute scrunch. It's nothing obvious. Like it's not like Amplify or Pump where you can see that sort of line. It's really, 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 really just can't see it. Like it's not there at all. But sometimes you can feel it like in your place, you know what I mean? Like you can kind of feel that the seam from the top of the glute all the way to like the middle of you is shorter, it's tighter, and it's meant to be like that because it really sucks into the cheeks, if that makes sense. It feels so weird explaining this, but it really sucks into the cheek so that it causes that like cheek separation, which also makes your glutes look absolutely insane. But if you size down too much, it can get a little bit uncomfortable. So I would say they're true to size. I got a small in all of them, and small is definitely my right size. However, I do think that I could also fit an extra small quite well too. And the extra small would probably stop some of the bunching around the crotch area. So back when I was saying I had a little issue with these, this is my tiny issue. It's not a massive, massive, massive deal. I think it's way more obvious in the lighter colors. So in the, the mocha or the anchor color or the black, I don't really notice it at all. Like it's absolutely fine. But when it comes to the powder blue or the wheat color, because they're much lighter, so it's just going to be more apparent. So just something to watch out for. But if you really, really, really hate that, then definitely do not go for the lighter colors. I would say go for any other of the darker colors and you'll be absolutely fine. Another thing as well that I want to touch on is that I think if the fabric was a little bit thinner, I think the actual pant would flow a little bit better in terms of when you move around, the fabrics is a little bit stiffer. And I think with a thinner fabric, it would be a little bit more like easy to flow. But again, that's me really picking and really like trying to find something. The really great thing about these is that they come in two length options. So you've got regular length and you've got tall. So just those two. I would say that if you are under 5'4", go for the regular, and if you are over 5'4", go for the tall. The inseams for them both, normal one is a 33.5 inseam and the tall ones is a 36 inseam. I think if you're above maybe like 5'10", 5'11", you might find them a little bit short, even the long option. They are also a mid-rise legging, so they're gonna hit you like right on your mid-waist. They're not super high-rise, but they're also not super low-waist either. They're just perfectly mid, which is personally my favorite area. I really, really, really hate stuff that's like super low, and I also really hate stuff that's super freaking high because it literally hits me here and it gives me like the biggest kangaroo pouch ever. So I don't like either of those options, especially stuff that's like super short and super low down. It hits me right under like my little kangaroo pouch, so it accentuates it, and then too high hits me right over it and it still accentuates it. So the best one that I personally prefer is a mid-rise in everything. Compression wise, this is quite low compression, so it will still, suck you in a little bit around your waist, but it's not going to be anywhere near what pump, like the waistband of pump would do. Like the waistband of pump will just completely flatten you. It's fantastic. Whereas this waistband is, because it is a little bit more of like a comfort item, it's less performance material. It's meant to be. I don't think you could do a straight leg pants in performance material. You get the pros and the some of the cons, which is not having as much compression around like the waist and stuff, just come with it. And there's not really much you can do about that. It's just one of those things that you're gonna get anywhere you go for wide leg pants. I definitely don't suggest sizing up in these at all. Do not size up in them. You really don't need to. Obviously, the length is very different to the actual sizing. Get the right length and stay to your true to size. If you're in between sizes, like I am with a small and a medium, absolutely go for the smaller size. Okay, I want to get into my second favorite item that also follows on really well from this because there are matching colors in this. So there's two things that I really like that goes really well with the straight leg pants. So number one is the Aura Form tank top. I really like this tank top. I think it looks really nice. There are a few things that I would change about it, but let's just get right into it. So it comes in the exact same colors as the straight leg pants, but also including a white color as well. So I think they avoid doing white in straight leg pants just because one, it gets so dirty. Two, it's hard to not make it transparent because white is just, it's the most see-through color out there. Let's be real. Like they have done white things, white bottoms before, and they're just always a little bit see-through. And then also in the scarlet red color too. I'm really sad that we don't have the scarlet red color in the straight leg pants because that would have been fantastic. Are you kidding me? A red color would have been amazing, especially with Christmas around the corner. So Alphalete, please, please release this before Christmas. I would love that. Those are the only two colors that are different from the straight leg pants. And actually there's no mocha either. So you can only really match the black, the anchor, or the powder blue with the straight leg pants. But I really love this tank. You can adjust it to be as high up or as low as you want it to be. So if you want to show a little bit more, you can adjust the strap to show for it to go a bit lower down, or you can wear it higher up, which is a lot more full coverage. And it also has a built-in bra, aka like pads that are inside. The pads are a bit weird shaped, okay? I don't really know why. That is my one bone to pick with this. I'm like, why are the pads shaped like this? Like, do you see what I mean? Like, they just look like I have distorted, so basically. So I probably will remove these pads and put in some different ones from Alphalete. The other bone that I have to pick with this is that I would love a fuller length option. There's nothing wrong with the tops. The tops are fantastic. They feel amazing. They fit super well. Like they are just beautiful tops. I just wish we also had the length that they're at now and a fuller length option, just so you can actually pick and choose like what you would prefer, because I would probably always go for the fuller length option. Like the exact same top, nothing else changed about it, just longer. And also my favorite thing about this top is where it lands on the side. You know, like I think girls will understand me here. You know that little squish of fat that you have between your armpit and your girlies, like that little squish there, when a top just like cuts it and doesn't go all the way, that little squish is just constantly like ugh, and that really bugs me about some tops. Whereas this one, it really perfectly sits in the right place, like so much so to that I just feel like I don't even have that squish thing there anymore. But yeah, mega happy with this top, other than those two things. Sizing wise, I would say very true to size, but I personally, any tight top, I always size up. To be fair, with this one, because I always size up to a medium in the push tanks as well, but then again, they're the same material, like the same compressive material as like Pump, Amplify, that similar material, which is really compressive. So maybe that's why I always really size up in those ones specifically. But in the Aura form, I could have actually definitely gone for a small and they would have fit perfectly fine. So these are obviously made in the Aura fabric, which is again low compression and it's low impact. So especially with like the girlies involved in this now, like don't expect to be able to sprint marathons in this top. Like it very much is like athleisure wear. You know, if you're doing like a lower body day at the gym, if you're even doing upper body is fine too, but not if you're gonna run or do any sort of like cardio. But it will really depend on your girly size. If you're in the itty bitty club, I think you'll be fine wearing this top for pretty much anything. If you're slightly bigger than like a B, then you'll definitely need compression underneath. Next up that matches the colors is the Sculpt Jacket. It matches every single color, but there's also an additional scarlet red color, and the white as well is also in this jacket too. I think this is a really great combo. Like I think it's so perfect for the winter months, for doing errands in the winter months. This is my probably my favorite combo in everything launching today. I really love this combination. I do have a bone to pick though, as I usually do, because as you know, I am honest. The length, okay? The length again is not bad. The length is still a nice length. I still like this length, but I would prefer it if it was longer. I just wish it was literally like this much longer and it would be the most perfect jacket on the planet. That is my only bone to pick with it. Like, okay, when I stand still and I pull it down, it hits the perfect spot, but then as soon as I move, straight back up to where I don't want it to sit. I want it to be a bit lower on my kangaroo pouch area just because it makes me feel more comfortable. I think it looks better. It's maybe not something that you personally would care about, and that's also fine. Or also, if you're on the shorter side, like it probably won't even be an issue to you. It'll probably come all the way down to where you want it to hit. But if you are taller like me, just bear in mind that this is where it'll kind of hit on you. Again, I'm 5'7". I always size up to a medium as well. So I would definitely size up in this jacket purely, but I size up because I want that extra fabric. I think if the length was already perfect, then I would stick to a small. It also has invisible pockets, which I love. Like the pockets are really not very obvious. This is a great running jacket. Like I really, really, really like this. If you are a runner, I don't actually personally run, so I don't know why I'm being like, yeah, it's amazing. It doesn't show massive, massive, massive sweat marks or anything like that, but it still keeps you a bit warmer, especially in the colder months. Please, Alphalete, if you're watching, just make it in a slightly longer version. Just there's also the Axis bra releasing as well, which is another Aura product. The Axis bra is minimal design. It's very, very small. It's a small bra. Obviously, if you have bigger girlies, I don't know how comfortable you'd feel in this because it's quite revealing. I think if my girlies were quite a bit bigger, I'd feel a bit like, whoa. But it's very, very comfy. It's good for lounging at home or also going to the gym. It's again in the same material, so again, low compression. It's not gonna like suck you in or anything like that. It's very just more for comfort, not necessarily for performance. But a really good layering piece for the straight leg pant with the jacket or with the top. You could do, for example, the Anchor straight leg with the powder blue form tank and then the Anchor Axis bra, which is a really, really cute layering situation, like color blocking. So I really like it for that. But no mocha again for the Axis bra either, which I'm really confused as to why they didn't do that. But they do have the scarlet red color and the white color, same exact colors as the form tank. The suggested cup size as well is AB, so it's very much, I guess, more suitable for like the itty bitty club, because I think the bigger your girlies, the more it will just look too small because it is such a tiny looking bra. But it's also up to personal preference. Like it's just whatever you want from a bra. Next up, we have the pump legging options. Now, we are getting two rise options. We're getting a mid-rise pump and a high-rise pump. So, my personal favorite is a mid-rise pump. I just prefer it personally, but this will just purely be up to personal preference. Do you like things that are higher waisted or mid-waisted? Bear in mind as well, if you have longer glutes like me, I tend to find that the line that is meant to cut off your glute happens slightly above where my actual glute cuts off. I would suggest sizing up because then there's more fabric to move around and put it where you actually want it to go. If your glutes are short to average, then I think you'll be fine in your regular size. They are a bit tight at first, but once you kind of get going, they do get better. You kind of want them to be compressive anyways. The compressive is like the whole point of them. So I would just stick to your usual Amplify sizing. High rise and mid rise option, just so you can see the difference. The legging looks just as great either way. The legging is the exact same. Coming in black, scarlet red, which was released last month, which I really, 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 really like. That's probably my favorite one. I really like reds at the moment, although I do wish scarlet red was a little bit more of a deeper red because it's actually, it comes off a little bit more reddish pink than it does like, actually like a dark, nice, deep red. It's also coming in coastal blue, mocha, which I also got, rose, and dark heather. And then also there's the exact same colors in the shorts, which I didn't get any just because it's winter here. I won't be wearing them for a while. If you want my review on pump specifically, where I go through every detail you need to know about pump, link will be down below in the description box for my whole video. Okay, and more in the compression range, we have the Halter Push Tanks coming out. So it's the exact same as the normal push tanks that we've launched before, but it's just a halter version. Again, I really like this top. I think it's really nice. I actually prefer the halter version of it. The only bone to pick, which is the exact same bone to pick that I've had for all of the rest of the push tank, is the length. I just wish that they were longer, but the length is still cute. It's still nice. It's not really a crop top, but it's not full length either. It just kind of sits nicely, but I would just prefer it a bit longer, please. So I actually get a medium in the push tanks, in all of the push tanks, just because in the medium I find that it's a little bit more comfortable and also gives me a tiny bit more length, like ever so slightly. I personally just like sizing up when it comes to compression tops because I find it a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more flattering when they're not squishing me like a caterpillar. Because then my back fat's out and like the squishy bit under my armpits out, and they've all come out to play. Okay, they're all like, hey, and I'm like, no, 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 you can go away now. I don't really want you here. It also has an adjustable strap, and it also is a suggested ABC cup. So I think on my PDF that I have in front of me, it says that it runs small, and I disagree. I don't think it runs small. I think it's very true to size. But if you want an even comfier fit, I think sizing up is absolutely fine. So I disagree with that. There's also quite a few things that I didn't get, which I'll quickly run through. The Aura shorts and the Aura leggings. I didn't get these purely because I just don't reach for them. I'd rather reach for my joggers or the straight leg pants that I'm wearing, or just something more comfy. We've also got more push bras releasing, but these colors actually pair with the Amplify colors that we have releasing. So there's two sets of push bras. There's the push bras that go with the pump leggings, the colors of the pump leggings, and then there's the push bra, same exact bra, just in different colors, with the colors that go for the Amplify leggings that are releasing. So the push tanks that go with the Amplify leggings are black, black garnet, Anchor, Smoke, Espresso, and Mocha as well. And the Amplify leggings that are launching, we also have different rise options. So we've got ultra high rise and we've got mid rise. You already know which one I prefer. You already know all of my opinions on Amplify. I have always loved Amplify. Amplify were my favorite leggings for years on end until Mrs. Pump came along, and Mrs. Pump just overtook their spot for me, unfortunately. I think Amplify is great if you don't like how accentuated your glutes look in the pump leggings. If you don't want that like extreme accentuation, Amplify is for you. Next up, we have an item that I actually really like, and I don't know why I put it here on the list, because you know what, this list is not in order, because I actually really like this jogger set, and it's basically a tracksuit set. We've got the staple crew neck and the staple jogger. Really simple design. Really, there's nothing extravagant about this. It's just in the name. It's just the staple, like a crew neck and staple jogger. They are really comfy. There's again nothing crazy in the design. It's very simple. They are cuffed, which I don't know how I feel about that, because I do prefer a jogger that's not cuffed, but I know there's a lot of people that prefer a cuffed jogger. It's just, again, personal preference. Other than the cuffed area, I have nothing to complain about with these. They are perfect. Like, they're super comfortable. I wore them literally yesterday to go to my doctor's appointment. It's definitely an oversized fit. I got a medium in both the crew neck and the joggers. Perfect size. I think a large would have been too big. A small maybe wouldn't have been as comfy. This is coming out in black, formula red, wheat, white, and heather gray, and deep navy. I got the wheat and the white color in this. Really nice. I have nothing bad to say about them. Literally no complaints at all. It has a little silicone tonal logo, so it really blends in. It's not like drastic logos all over the place. It's just really low key, subtle, cozy, and just like a nice, again, staple jogger set. I think staple in the word was perfect. They're also coming out with a fleece jacket and staple cargo pants. I did not get these. I kind of regret not getting them now, but these are those. I don't really have much to say about them because I don't have them, so I can't review them, and they are new items. They're also coming out with scrunch socks and seamless thongs as well. The socks are fantastic. I'm literally wearing them right now. I don't know if you can see, but the sock actually goes up all the way to like almost like a football sock, which is really handy. So that means that they scrunch really perfectly at the bottom. So it's like it gives like a little bit of extra scrunch at the bottom of them, which I really like. They're super nice socks. I think they're the best socks I've ever owned in my life. Highly recommend grabbing yourself a pair of the socks. If you are a boy, there's also a few men's things releasing. I'll pop them on the screen for you to see here. Here they are, in case you are a boy or you want to buy your boyfriend a present or anything like that. Here are the pieces that are launching for the men's. That is everything that's launching this launch. And also, do not forget the massive Black Friday sales that they always have every single November. It's a huge deal. They go absolutely crazy with them. All of the details will be on the screen about Black Friday. I would definitely be on time. Don't be late. I think a lot of things are going to sell out extremely fast. Don't forget code BELA will save you an extra 10% on top of any discount at all on the website. And to be fair, my code works year round, so it's always going to give you a 10% off no matter what. Any questions whatsoever, please leave a comment down below or message me at Bella's Fit Guide. I say Bella's Fit Guide because my main page, it's really hard to see DMs because there's so many DMs on there that I really lose track of them. So message at Bella's Fit Guide, which is my second Instagram, like my fitness only one. I'm going to spend the next couple of weeks just getting back to everyone that I possibly can to answer your questions, or leave a comment down below and I will get back to you. I'm going to work hard to not miss a single DM or a single comment. A huge thank you if you choose to use like my support link that's down below, or use code BELA Bella. It just helps me to continue working with Alphalete, and it basically just shows Alphalete who's coming from me, helps me to continue making these reviews for you and things like that. So I'm extremely grateful if you do choose to use my code. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. There's my main page, Bella Fernandez, and my fitness only page, Bella's Fit Guide. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye bye.